Today is finally Friday, so
Thank goodness.
thank goodness. I know this week did seem like it went really slow, didn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's because it was our first full week of school.
A week after homecoming, got that lag.
Yep. But for today's announcements, today there is Lion Club screening at the high school again, and then varsity football at Norfolk Catholic at 7 p.m. The bus leaves at 3:30.
This Saturday, October 1st, there's a mid-state softball.
And then Monday there is 2:30 dismissal, and that's all. So, normal Monday. Okay.
For other announcements, Mr. Peterson is taking his programming class to NECC in Norfolk on Wednesday, October 8th for a cybersecurity summit and has a few openings left. If this is something you are interested in, please contact Mr. Peterson at his school email.
And then Eagle Eye Broadcasting is once again selling popular O'Neill Athletics clothing line. Please fill out this form if you're interested in purchasing. Spread the word. And then the website is on the announcements if you want to buy one.
That's all we have for today. I'm going to bring Michaela in and we'll do your daily weather. And we're back, and we'll do the weather this morning.
In O'Neill right now, it's currently 43. There's a high of 73 and a low of 43. It's currently clear and sunny out.
Yep, like Michaela said, right now it's in the lower 40s, and as the day goes on, it's supposed to get up through the 50s, through the 60s, and by 2 p.m. it's supposed to reach 70 degrees. But it's supposed to get a little cloudier around then, too. Looks like there's no chance of precipitation today, and the humidity will go down as the day goes on. So that's nice.
On Saturday, looks like there's a high of 73 and a low of 51. Looks like sunny Saturday and Sunday, so.
Oh, good for your tournament.
Yeah. Yay. Okay, now on to the time across the area. Like we said, in O'Neill right now, over in Chadron, it's 54 degrees right now.
Over in the Panhandle, it looks a little... Oh, well, Chadron's warmer, but over, like, when you get south in the Panhandle, like Alliance and Sydney, it's in the lower 40s.
Over by Denver, looks like it's 58 right now.
Southern part of the state looks lower 40s. Bellevue 41, Beatrice 42, Hastings 41, that area. Oh, shoot. There you go.
Looks like mostly across the region, it's in the lower 40s.
Upper 30s. Yeah, looks like the coldest area is around Ord, Broken Bow area. They're in the mid-30s.
Yeah.
So, that stinks.
The high ones look like Denver and Des Moines. They're in the upper 50s. So now on to some national.
Looks like Hurricane Matthew may approach the United States next week.
Matthew has become a hurricane in the Caribbean and may approach the U.S. during next week.
Matthew will drift west-southwestward over the open waters of the Central Caribbean Sea through Saturday.
Matthew strengthened to a Category 2 hurricane early Friday morning. There is the potential for Matthew to strengthen even further during the weekend.
Questions remain about Matthew's exact track beyond the Caribbean next week. However, indications point toward the north and northwest path, which will bring the system close to the U.S.
Whether or not impacts will be direct from a hurricane at sea or direct from a landfall in the U.S. are unclear.
Possible tracks range from a storm riding up east of the Atlantic coast to the eastern Gulf of Mexico along the Florida west coast.
At this time, a track east of or close to the U.S. Atlantic coast is more likely, but that could change.
The path will depend on exactly where the storm makes the northward turn and how the storm negotiates the mountainous terrain.
This day in weather history, in the east in 1985, it was a record dry 0.2 was inches this month. Driest September on record. Old record 0.57 inches in 1893. Greensboro, North Carolina, driest month ever. Only a trace of rain. Columbia, South Carolina, only 0.07 inches of rain.
In central and western New York in 1991, record cold morning. Buffalo had 32 degrees, tying the all-time September low. Syracuse just dropped to 28 degrees, breaking the old record of 32 set in 1942. Albany hit 28, erasing the 29-degree mark of 1951. Other lows that are not official records included 21 degrees at Angelica, 22 at Watertown, 24 at Ithaca, and 25 at El Maria.
In Johnstown,
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania in 1993, there was light snow and it did not.
Didn't accumulate, but it did.
It did at the airport.
Just so everybody knows.
Yeah. Okay, well looks like that's all we have for your weather today. We're gonna kick it over to Cam and Al in the morning.
Welcome back. It's Cam and Al in the Morning, Friday edition. That's Al.
Cam.
We're going to kick it off with a little Friday morning Eagle Sports news. And
The only thing going on today is varsity football at Norfolk Catholic.
Yep, Norfolk Catholic.
7 o'clock.
They got a nice turf field over there, so if you can get there, because it's going to definitely be a cool atmosphere and something you won't forget.
And then yesterday we had a lot of activities going on. It was senior night for softball.
And they
And we
walked
won,
away
like,
with the dub.
13-4 or something like that.
Yeah,
They
there were
played Ord.
there were a lot of hits in that game.
14-3.
14-3.
I was close.
Witnessed a home run for the
It
first
was.
time in my softball watching career.
I did. It's pretty impressive. Not by O'Neill though.
Sadly, but everything else went O'Neill's
Oh, yeah.
way.
And then Mid-State Conference Golf was here at O'Neill Country Club yesterday, and the team placed 4th, and Nikki Gacho got 7th, I believe.
Yep.
So good job to that. She shot a 101.
And then our lady volleyball girls won in Ainsworth
Traveled to
last night,
Ainsworth.
5 sets. And I guess interestingly enough, they can only win on one side.
Right
of the court.
side? It's the right side of the court.
Apparently, if they're not on the left side, they can't win. And
Yeah.
if they're on the right side,
They
they
always
can
win.
win. Is what I was.
That's
heard.
what we got out of
They
it.
were 3-0 on the right side and 0-2 on the left side.
I think one of the sides I don't.
One of the sides is better than the other.
On
Yeah.
the left side or the right side? Oh, it's like the south.
South side, Aurora's trying to throw
North
directions
side.
out.
Now we're just.
Remember we won like 3 sets on one side but lost the other 20.
But-
oh, it was.
And then
It was.
Anyway,
it doesn't really
on the
matter.
cross country.
I don't know.
The cross country team traveled to Atkinson yesterday, junior high and high school.
Fought hard,
I don't know any results there. I know Brady Thompson got 3rd,
and the J High.
and then Keegan Moore got 9th for J High boys. So good job there. And then I don't know about high school.
I haven't heard much about high school yet. I don't think there's been results posted. So as soon as we get those, we'll try and relay them to you.
Yeah.
And then this Saturday, I don't think.
Saturday, Mid-States Conference softball. I think you guys play at 9 o'clock, right?
Yep. In Pierce.
They
So
play
and we're
GAC.
the 3 seed.
Guardian Angel Central Catholic. I
3
think.
seed. Yeah, I
You only
think we're
play
the-
one game on Saturday, or could you play a lot?
No, you can play like 3 maybe.
Possibility of 3
3 games
games,
on
so
Saturday.
you might get your money's worth.
You make the trip down to Pierce.
Uh,
That's in Pierce.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully we walk away with the Mid-State Conference Championship.
Oh, yeah.
So, good luck to them. And then in national sports news, the Huskers, of course, play Illinois this weekend. I think we've told you that
Homecoming.
50 times.
Homecoming. We haven't said
So-
that yet, though.
It
Homecoming.
ain't homecoming.
It
Or
is.
we haven't said it's homecoming yet, dummy.
I know. Sorry.
And then
J.J. Watt's out. I think we said that.
Boston Red Sox clinched.
They're going to win it again this year. I'm
Uh,
telling you. That's all
They
I'm saying.
also have a sweet memorial deal. Big Papi in center field for his last homestand, so that's really cool.
Center.
Center field.
What do you mean?
You haven't seen it?
Uh-uh.
It's sweet. It's like Big Papi going like this. Look it up. It's cool. And then also another Husker sports news. Tanner Farmer and Alonzo Moore have been ruled out for the game against Illinois. So, and Tanner Farmer will be replaced. So shouldn't have too many setbacks there. And then the receiving core is really deep, probably one of the best in the nation. So losing Alonzo Moore will definitely hurt, but we'll have guys there ready to go. So
Yeah.
not too bad. And then
Browns Josh Gordon, wide receiver. Where are you in college?
I don't know, but he was a stud in like his
He
first
was.
year.
He hasn't played in a while. He just entered a rehab center. He's going to come back after week 4 from suspension, but he says he wants to change himself and get clean and stuff like that, so he won't be back for a while.
So best of luck to him.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Look at that thing. Damn, what teams do.
I think as far as sports go today, there's not a whole lot going on. Just if you can get to Norfolk, that'd be awesome. And
You can't. It's streamed live on Norfolk Daily News.
And also tomorrow, try and get over to Pierce to watch the softball girls
girls.
cheer them to a mid-state conference title. So. And there's a link on the Eagle Eye Broadcasting Facebook page for the football game. So
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, and then 9 o'clock tomorrow in Pierce for the
And
softball
then
girls.
Nebraska plays at 2:30.
So definitely a fun weekend.
ESPN
All
2.
right.
See you later.
All right.
Welcome to Eagle Eye Broadcasting Trending today. It is Friday today, so what
It
kind?
is.
It is Friday. What do you want to talk about today?
I believe today we are talking about conspiracy theories.
We are talking about conspiracy theories today. Conspiracy theories are a little like, what do you talk about? We're just gonna talk about a few today that we don't necessarily believe in. We find kind of interesting.
Yes.
But with that, we'll just get right started. Hallbeck, you want to start with yours?
No, we'll end with mine. I think mine's the coolest.
All right. So I'm gonna start with famous Area 51.
What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I think that there is a big possibility that there's definitely more life out there. There's definitely life. But I don't know if the government is hiding it and we have figured it out. I think in all reality, everyone's just scared, so they blame the government. But
I believe there's a military base there, and I believe they do some secret stuff, but I don't believe there's aliens on Earth.
Conspiracy theorists believe that the
UFOs.
remains of crashed UFO spacecrafts are stored in Area 51, an Air Force base about 150 miles from Las Vegas, where government scientists reverse engineered the aliens' highly advanced technology. So basically, we're hacking aliens.
If we can hack aliens, then why don't we know if there's actual life or not?
Exactly. Why do we?
What?
I think that if there was true aliens out there in the United States, then they would tell you. Because what's there to hide? Well, why would they hide it?
I mean, all these people like to say they see things crash and the government comes to get them. I could see the government coming and getting like a top secret plane that crashed or
Oh
something.
yeah, like a military
Yeah.
mission gone wrong kind of
or
a deal.
something like they were testing out new equipment and it crashed.
So if this is 150 miles from Las Vegas, why has no one ever gone there
Yeah.
and proved it?
Well, You really can't. It's like,
Well, yeah, but there has to be someone somewhere that has ventured and like seen this place.
very highly protected.
Okay.
Very highly protected.
But they say that it is. Some believe that the government studies time travel at Area 51 too. So I think it's just kind of getting out more and more out there with. Speaking of time travel, we'll kind of talk quick about the Mandela effect.
No idea what this is.
The Mandela effect, what I've read about it quickly, is a term where a group of people all misremember the same detail, event, or physicality. It is named after the instance in which a large group of people all shared the same memory of Nelson Mandela dying prior to his actual death in 2013, usually sometime in the 1980s. The effect exploded in popularity on the internet when a peculiar example popped up where a majority of people seem to have recalled the Berenstein Bears book being spelled as the Berenstein Bears, so not an A and not an E, or some variation differing from the actual spelling. So basically, people think that since they all remember this thing happening and it didn't actually happen that way, that they were living in another universe or another reality. There's two realities and they were living in it. But yeah, I don't find that true at all.
People are weird.
They are.
They just want to get popular.
They do, because you could make up anything. Like this one, the Berenstein Bears, it's spelled different. Jason Halbeck was spelled different yesterday. Gosh, we must have went in a different reality. I mean, two different worlds.
Wow.
I know.
Time travel.
Time travel. We are time travelers. We are. But
We'll do mine. I don't even know if mine's a conspiracy. I imagine it's a conspiracy about Kennedy. It's just...
it's kind of really interesting and kind of creepy at the same time.
It's a little weird. And it starts out with, have a history teacher explain this to you, if they can. Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. John F. Kennedy was elected to Congress in 1946. Lincoln was elected president in 1860. Kennedy was elected president in 1960. Both were particularly concerned with civil rights. Both wives lost a child while living in the White House. Both presidents were shot on a Friday. Both presidents were shot in the head. Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln. Both were assassinated by Southerners. Both were succeeded by Southerners named Johnson. Andrew Johnson, who succeeded Lincoln, was born in 1806. Andrew Johnson, who succeeded Kennedy, was born in 1906. Actually, those are eights. Never mind. 1808 and 1908. My bad.
Nah, it doesn't matter. It's still pretty crazy.
John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Lincoln, was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated Kennedy, was born in 1939. Both assassins were known by their three names. Both names are composed of 15 letters. Lincoln was shot at the theater named Ford. Kennedy was shot in a Lincoln car made by Ford. Booth and Oswald were both assassinated before their trials. A week before Lincoln was shot, he was in Monroe, Maryland. A week before Kennedy was shot, he was with Marilyn Monroe. Lincoln was shot in the theater, and the assassin ran to a warehouse, and Kennedy was shot from a warehouse and ran to a theater. The assassin did.
Wow.
I like the Marilyn Monroe one.
I do. I mean, you could almost make that up, honestly, but
yeah, that was pretty funny.
it is. It's kind of a comedy portion. But honestly, all that,
If it's true,
it's,
if it's true, it's weird, but I don't know about a conspiracy.
yeah, it's just kind of
Coincidence.
really big coincidence. And some people don't believe in coincidence, but I
Not
do.
whatsoever.
I do believe in coincidence. 'Cause
Only certain times, though.
sometimes some things just happen. I mean,
They do. Then other times they're forced. Like,
Yeah.
It was a coincidence Bailey found change and I was missing change on my pickup. That was just a coincidence.
I bet. But with that, that's all we have today for trending, and we will see you on Monday.